Hi again, everyone. Thanks for watching again today. I am with Mark, a more familiar face to you guys, and he is showing off the cut and press system featuring the Triton Vinyl. So stay tuned and keep watching.
Hannah, thank you very much for wanting to take some time to learn about the cut and press system. We haven't had an opportunity to talk too much about it, even though I know you've seen it around. So let me just give you a quick introduction. So the cut and press system is a combination of what we kind of think of as the best that's out there to create a heat transfer vinyl business, right? So you want to make t-shirts or stickers or anything like that. You can do a ton of different things with this. And we've put together a system that we think is the best out there to give you the best shot to get up and running. So starting off, we'll kind of just explain what it is. We use a vinyl material that's a polyurethane material, and we can cut out logos using a cutting plotter. And it comes in neon colors and solid colors and glitter and such. And we cut those out in our cutting machine. We design it, we cut it out, and then we heat apply it to a garment. We've also got a glitter that you can see back here too. And starting with the material, we're working with our Triton brand of heat transfer vinyl, which is this right here. So this is our exclusive line of a vinyl that I've talked to you a little bit about before, but when I was involved in helping to figure out what type of vinyl to carry, we knew we wanted it to be the best out there. So I had just rolls and rolls and tons of vinyl in my office, and I kept cutting, and I'd be super annoyed and sweaty and everything, just like messing with this stuff and frustrated. And then finally, after working back and forth, we got to a material that when we tried it out, we were just like, this is it, you know? So here's kind of just a image of the different colors that we have available right now, and with expansion in the future.
Awesome.
And this material, we're the only one out there to offer 100% money back guarantee on this. So if you buy a roll of this stuff, you don't like it, you can just say, hey, I made this shirt, it wasn't up to par, you could just send it back. I don't like the way it feels, I didn't like anything about it, you can just send it back. It's no problem. And that pretty much never happens because this is awesome material. And since we're factory direct, we're able to sell it at the same price of other brands, or better price than other brands too. So it's a really great material. And then the cutting plotter that we work with here is a fantastic piece of equipment too. So this is one of the best out there. That comes with a professional grade software, and then we have different heat press options with this too. But today I think we'll use the Fusion heat press, but there's some other ones out there too. So let's go ahead and take a couple shirts that we got for you here, and we're going to put some ColDesi logos on them, and we'll do a combination of opaque and glitter.
Fun.
And so it'll look really awesome. And we'll start with the software. We'll take a logo and we'll tweak it a bit, and to get it, then we'll bring it over here, we'll cut out some materials, we'll talk about the materials we use, and then we'll heat apply them. And that's it. It's pretty easy. It's this system for me is one of the funnest ones to work with. I think it's really easy to use. The finished product comes out, just looks super awesome. And when you've got like nice simple designs and logos with one or two color, it's a win. And for the price that you can get this stuff, I think that every shop needs to own this. You could do so much with it, no matter what else you have in our building here. You could always find something to do with this that comes out just beautiful. So let's start with designing something.
All right.
Okay, Hannah, here we are at Graphtec Pro Studio, okay? This is commercial grade design software that's designed specifically for working with the Graphtec cutting plotter that you saw before. Okay, now, are you familiar with like those hobby cutter machines, like the Cricut and the Silhouette?
Yeah.
You know, stuff that's at like Michael's and Joann's. That equipment, you know, long story short, the manufacturers of these two pieces of equipment used to work together. So everything that we see here is just a beefed up version of what's in those hobby cutters. Or I should say, really, those hobby cutters were designed from a light version of these. So a lot of our customers have used these before, so they're gonna have a good familiarity once they start opening this up, because they're gonna recognize some of the things because they were kind of modeled after each other. But this software can do anything you want, really. Lettering, custom design, you could design a logo from scratch in here. You can import any type of graphic like a vector graphic, a bitmap, or a JPEG, or a PNG, convert it over. You can bring in Adobe Illustrator files. There's tons of stuff you can do.
Okay.
We're not going to do it all today. There's too much to do. We'll do the stuff that we need to do for this.
Okay.
So we import our ColDesi logo, and we're going to make this in glitter. And we decided it was going to be a sky blue.
Yep.
So a cool thing, you know, nice and simple thing is you can color code things on your screen so you know what lines are going to be cut for what part of the graphic. The other thing that we're going to do is, in my experience, when you put glitter right on top of a shirt, it looks really cool, but if it's not quite contrasting enough, it doesn't pop off as much as you'd like to. So I really like to put a background layer of vinyl behind it, either a white or a black or a silver, just like a nice solid color, and put the glitter on top. So I'm going to show you what we do in here. All we do is simple. We take our logo, we go to effects. There's a bunch of different effects you can do, but we're going to do a contour cut effect, and that's going to add a border. You see that there's this kind of black line border around it. And you know, we could change the color of this. You know, we'll just leave it at, you know, this gray for now, because we're going to do it in white. The reason that I do it in gray is because if I did it in white, we wouldn't see it on the screen right now, right? So rather than changing the background color of the screen and all this other stuff, we do it in gray. We know gray means white, and we hit our little check mark here. And now we've created our contour cut, as you can see. Now, another thing that I'm going to mess with in here is I'm going to separate our contour cut. And now I've got just this D here, right? And what I know is going to happen in this logo is we're going to have a bunch of the white everywhere, and then there's just going to be this big white like blob in the middle of the D, and I don't know how good that's going to look. So I want to maybe pull some of that white out so the shirt will show through. And we can go to effects and we can do an outline, but actually we're going to switch it to an inline. And let me see how I want to do this. Actually, no, I'm gonna go back to that. I'm gonna go, let's see. Okay, I'm gonna pick this again because I thought of something different in doing this. So we'll go here, I'm gonna do that outline again. There we go. And I'm gonna keep it red for now because I want it to look different on purpose.
Okay.
All right, then I'm gonna separate this. I should be able to ungroup that. And what I'm doing is I just wanna just have an inner outline, okay? And then I'm gonna go ahead, and I don't need this to be, I don't need any fill, and we'll just make the line gray. All right, so now when we cut this, what will happen is we're gonna cut, we'll have the contour cut that we're gonna cut in the outside of everything. Make sure that that's set. I might not have saved it. Okay, yep, there we go. Okay, so we'll have a contour cut in the outside, and that's when we do like basically a border around the outside. And then we're gonna do an inline cut in the end of this D, just so the rest of the letters match. I'm not gonna worry about it in the middle of the O because it's in the L, it's so small. Okay. Then we'll have an outline here, and we'll leave this completely filled in because kind of having that filled in is part of the ColDesi logo. So anyway, that's pretty much it. This design is ready to go over to the cutter. Awesome. What we do next simply is, maybe we'll do a little back and forth, you know, here. That's how it works with something like this, but we'll open up the cutting tool, and here's our design. And then in the cutting tool, you could say we're gonna cut gray and then black. You know, you get to pick which colors you're gonna cut first. Okay. And we can also set our size and quantities, how many copies we want, you know, if we wanted to do 4 of these, etc. So let's go ahead and set our cutter up, then we'll come over here and we'll hit cut.
Awesome.
So as you can see, the computer controls everything here, why we don't hit go until we've got everything set up. Now I went ahead and I cut 2 of them here.
Okay.
On there in our software, we can control the quantity, if it's going to be reversed, if we're going to stack them, how many spaces we're going to have between everything. You can control a lot of that stuff in here. So this is all set. Next thing we'll do is we'll cut some of this out. cut it off basically and where we did our cut. So let me feed it out. And actually, you know what? You can even set the computer to automatically feed it out, say 2 inches or something like that when it's done. So it'll just spit it out. So there's a lot of things you could do for production. So you can see this is blasting through it. It's really fast. And this is extremely accurate too. Exactly what you tell it to cut, it will cut. So now we've got this all cut, so let's go ahead and we need to weed these, and we can do them on the heat press right next to you. So I'll grab them, and I'm gonna grab a little tool too.
Alrighty.
Okay, Hannah, so here we are, we're at our heat press, and this is actually, you can weed, which is this process. You can actually do it on a heat press. Okay. Some folks prefer to do it on a heat press because it actually softens up the material a little bit. It's easier. But you don't have to. You could do this on a regular table. They even make a weeding table that's warm. I love this, and we don't show it enough. So if you'll hold that a minute for me. All right, so this is the Fusion heat press, and we can actually remove this bottom platen and replace it with a round one, an 8x10 for youth, that sleeve and leg for doing long things. So we'll remove this.
Workout for the month.
Yeah, right. And we could pop this one on. And now you see also how when we do this on the white background, that shadow makes it pop off really nicely. If we were just doing white, we wouldn't need it, but it really makes it pop off.
All right, everyone, I hope you enjoyed that episode of Hannah Learns ColDesi. I know I did. This cut and press system is really amazing. I was a little nervous at first. I thought that weeding process was going to be super tedious, but it really isn't. It's super easy to do, and the results are just fantastic. I mean, look at how my work shirt turned out. Really awesome. And Mark was right, that white behind the glitter really makes it pop. So that shows that this machine, you can get really creative with it and do some really cool things to your garments for your customers. So thanks for watching again, and I will see you guys next time.